Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to the FPV freestyle section of the Mini Air Show. This is Mini Air Show 6 2020. We usually have a FPV freestyle section on the field, usually Art's out there wrangling everyone and getting everyone going along. And what we do is we give everyone, generally we'll have the qualifiers, usually the evening before we try and do it, or in the morning before the public turn up, and we give everyone a minute to just show off their skills, and then we pick the top of those lot, and we'll get them involved in the freestyle finals, so in front of the public. Unfortunately, being a slightly different event this year, we took the freestyle qualifiers online and had simulators. So we got everyone to send in a minute-long simulator segment so that we could find the people to add to our freestyle finals, which we'll be doing shortly. But first, what we want to do is just go back a year to show you what the FPV freestyle was last year, which was Tony flying the X class. So I'm just going to spool that up and get that going any second now. When it's finally caught up with me, then I will show you what that was like. Here we go. There we go. That was the freestyle last year. So checking in with those guys at the fossil stuff, they've been doing a load more stuff since then. So I think they were back on, I can't remember how many Fs they were on now, on back then, but definitely by now they are on way more. They're on 12S now. So we've got Fossils on, and I'll hopefully get him speaking in a bit. But first, I will show him or show his video of what they've been getting up to recently, which is quite interesting. So I will get that one playing now. Sorry about that. It's obviously not working particularly well, but hopefully you can hear me still. I will, yeah, just me whistling along in the background. There we go. Hopefully I can now add Fossil in, and hopefully we can have a bit of a chat. You right there, Fossil?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, can hear you good. Thank you very
Cool.
much for joining us
Thanks for having
today.
me on the show.
Yeah, unfortunately, trying to be clever with the video doesn't seem like it's worked very well, but I will try and bring up some of the photos that you sent over, and I hope that would be a bit more difficult for me to screw up live. So I'll show you that as well. But yeah, do you want to talk a bit about what you've been doing with the Thor frame since a year ago when Tony was doing his freestyle with it?
Yeah, sure. Basically, the top and bottom plates are still almost identical. A few little changes. I suppose one of the things we ended up having to do was add a battery tray or a battery plate to take the extra battery, because we were just running the single one. And Tony was on the 8S, he had two, but they were stacked on top of each other rather than side by side. I think you might have a picture of that somewhere. Then, obviously, moving on to the APD powertrain has been a big move on, really. About 500 amp PDB, ESC is 120 amp now, I think. And what I did, I bolted, because the APD have been quite clever. They managed to, well, they made the ESC wire holes line up with the PDB holes. So I used some M2 nuts and bolts and used some dielectric silicon grease in between, which seems to keep everything really cool. Just, thrashing it around for 2.5 minutes, it comes down. Motors are cool, ESCs are stone cold. So there's clearly more to get out of this thing. Added a few more caps to the ESCs as well, an extra one on each one, so we've got 2 on each now. There, you can see them there. Yeah. The other thing we did was change the arm mount. Rather than using the aluminium clamps, they came up with a O-ring sort of mounting in a nylon print, which I think you might have a photo of that. That was really more to design in for changing the arms quickly, which is a very quick change. But it's
that was demonstrated last year, wasn't it? I believe the quick change of the arms.
No, that was taken to Dallas. That was new, certainly not at Mini Air Show. I was on the clamp system. Sure, I can't remember now. It's a long time ago. And obviously, I've added the front and crossbars now, the front and rear crossbars, which proved useful out in Dallas. We hit the electrical conduit. The gates were made of electrical metal conduit, and ended up bending the front arm, and the other arms, the main arms, were absolutely fine at the end of it. And really, a big help from all of this has been Sam Thompson in Australia, who we met in Dallas, Tony and I. He's a good lad. And he's supplied the tune for this thing. I think it's, which he's offering to, he's sort of giving this tune out to a lot of the X-Class boys, and it seems to be working for everyone. I just wish I was a better pilot and could get more out of it rather than just swinging it around. But I had a couple of turns. I was just quite amazed actually how quickly it responded when I got it right. So in the hands of a decent pilot, I think it could do fairly well. So the plan now is to move that powertrain onto the new design, which is a real stretched X, which seems to be the way things are going to be going, and putting the batteries in line rather than side by side. So we need to reduce, because the fastest I've got out of this thing was in kilometres an hour, because that's the only thing I could set up was 167 I got the other night. And we're only on 350 kV motors, so we've got 600s on the shelf. I might just have to put those on, even though APD say that 600 kVs the ESCs won't take it, but maybe just dial in a throttle limit on it and just keep bringing it up until things start getting hot, I suppose, and see how fast we go then. Sam's hit about 230 or 240k, so we've got a long way to go. But speed is not getting around the corner.
Yeah, definitely. But I've seen Tony do some pretty tight orbits with some flags. So
no, he'll be fine with it. He just needs to get his hands on this thing. That's the trouble. And obviously having the lockdown, we've not been able to get together, which has been a real shame.
Yeah, we'll hopefully get around to it again sometime and be able to.
Oh, it won't be long, I'm sure. Yeah.
I do want to see and particularly hear what the 12S does, because definitely the big thing about the X-Class apart from the size, is the noise that you get out of it.
Did you get sound on the video when you've played it?
I think I was having some noise issues, so
because the sound is lovely. If you can get the sound on it, watch it again.
Yeah. But yeah, so how's the 12S sound compared to the previous one? What was the previous one? Was it 8S?
Well, originally we were 6. I was flying 6 in Dallas. Tony was on 8. And then really I've just put the 12S together since we got back in November last year. Now, I've been a bit slow, to be honest, but got a bit of the bug now. So, yeah, I want to try and... But they were flying 14S. Matthew Tickle was on 14. But I think he won on 12S with a 350 kV motor. So, world champions can do it. Then it's clearly the pilot, not the drone. Yeah.
Yeah. And so the plan now, I guess, is to take the 12S powertrain, put that on the updated Thor frame, and
the variable geometry one. Yeah, because we've been messing around with arm length.
Is it still called the Thor, the new one, or has it got a new name?
Well, it's just it's not really. It's just a prototype still. It's probably still Thor V2, I suppose, if anything.
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to messing around with the stretch thing. That sounds looks like it's going to be fun. And
you're going to get that on the Fossil shop at some point soon?
Yeah, it'll be so much cheaper, Andrew, because it's just square aluminium tube off eBay, some 6mm white polypropylene, which I can probably cut. Oh, it'd be so much cheaper. We'd probably do a frame for less than 100 quid. You know, probably looking 80, 90 quid. Which will bring it into the realms of affordability.
Are there any UK stockists for the rest of the gear, so the powertrain and props and things? Because I know Tony's had
there's a few North Aero motors left with. Don't just got to do a Google search. I can't remember. It's what's his name? Oh, Sean for. I can't even remember the company names. But yeah, just Google like X-Class North Aero and they pop up. There's a few of those left in both 350 and 600. Now, unfortunately, SCs and PDB are from Australia, but there is nothing else. There's nobody doing anything else really useful. They really are the leaders, those boys. But it is dear, though. You're looking 500 quid, I suppose, for a PDB and 4 SCs. So I'm careful not to blow them up, that's for sure. That money, it's mad. Oh, Drones Direct, Clive's just come back. That's the boy. Yeah. What else is there? Well, camera and flight controller. They're using brain controllers, the big boys. But that's just a CL Racing F4 in there. And I chose that because it had the black box recording. Which
I guess with the tuning being made so much simpler with having a kind of almost standard tune.
But Sam actually had a look at the black box log while we were in Dallas, and he said it was incredible. There's hardly anything coming back through the arms. It's he said it was one of the cleanest sort of readings he's had. So I'm sure those O-rings are helping with stopping any vibration. I don't know. I just keep going, keep trying, see what happens with it. But we really want to get a race going in the UK, and I think we get
a few more out. So hopefully there's pilots around that we can round up at some point.
And there's lots more frames to choose from now, so it is opening up. And you don't have to run APD, of course. You've got the B rotor, the ESCs, which Tony's running. I think they're fine. They're 80 amps. You could get a frame in the air, very reasonable, really. I think it doesn't have to be top end. You can still have fun with a fairly reasonably priced one, because I think the North Aero motors are almost giving away at the minute. It's crazy. You should buy some more, really, because they are very, very good. What ones are they using? Them X-Nova are the top motors, I think, at the minute. 450 or 490 kV. It seems to be the sweet spot. And if you do go higher KV, they're just coming down on the prop size slightly to 12-inch rather than 13. But again, props are bloody America, a long way to very expensive, $13, $14 a pop. HQ ones are more reasonable, I think, but I think the mass ones are definitely got the edge, I think. Yeah. So what's next on the show, Andrew?
So now, hopefully, I'm going to give up trying to share videos, but I'm going to see if hopefully Fraser's got a bit of a better luck on his end, and we'll try and show these guys the qualifying videos, which have been really good. So yeah, we'll hopefully be able to get those going now. Yeah, I will add in Fraser and see whether he's had a bit more luck than I have. But thanks, Martin.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on. And good luck with the rest of the show, Andrew, and the lads. Well done.
Thank you. I hope to see you at another mini airshow event.
Let's hope so. Next year.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Where
right.
Is it website for Fossil Stuff, I guess?
Fossilstuff.com. Yeah.
There we go. Cool. Thank you for joining us, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you, Andrew. Cheers. Have a good one.
Right. I'm going to add in Fraser here, who looks like he's had a lot better luck than I have so far.
Hopefully we can get some sound on these videos. Let's see how we go. So gonna kick off the freestyle with Lurgy, who you've seen a little bit earlier building up a chuck glider. He's been kind enough to enter in a sim-based entry over Instagram, and this is his entry. Let's take it away. Hold on, let's see if I can maximize that. No, not on Instagram apparently. Oh.
Here we go. Hello, Lurgy.
Hello. How you doing?
Doing all right. We're just watching your qualifying video at the moment.
Yes, I am. Hang on, let me turn my sound off. Sorry. Yeah, carry on. I was watching along.
Well done on the build screen, by the way.
Oh, have I just closed it?
No, it's still
gone.
Here. We can hear you, Lurgy.
Yeah, we're all good.
I'll let mute him for a minute.
So what sim is this, Lurgy?
Can you hear us now, Lurgy?
Right, I've got an issue now. Because I haven't got headphones, I can't hear you without having my volume up, and you can hear me.
Should Should we?
Oh dear.
Do you want to go grab some headphones and we'll mute it?
Oh, I think we're replaying again now. So I think that's Lurgy's entry there. I mean, there was a lot of nice little tree work I saw in there. That was all very impressive. What do you think, Andrew?
Absolutely. No good at any of this. So.
Oh, I'd love to know what sim that was because I haven't seen
I
that one
think
in.
That was Liftoff, I believe.
I haven't played Liftoff in a little while, so I'm not sure what the tracks, what the backgrounds are like. But it's a lovely setting. So I think we're going to go and see if we can get a little interview with Lurgy in a second when he gets his headset back, and we'll have a little chat about his entry. Let's see if we've got him now.
This is, we're still learning here. This is a big experiment, so please bear with us. We're still working all out the kinks and things.
While we're waiting for Lurgy, I'll just we've got some interviews later on with Greg from MA6 RC, he of Antenna fame, and Bloods from Halo RC, who's designed a lot of frames, and should definitely go and check out his frames on Halo RC. So if you've got any questions you'd like to ask them, if you've got any questions about frame design or RF or antennas or anything like that, put them in the mini airshow chat and tag me. That's Fraser Steen, and I'll get them added to the question list, and we'll see if we can get NJ to talk about them later. Right. Let's see.
Let's have another go. Can we hear you now, Lurgy? Now is it okay? Seems to be a lot better. Oh.
Are you trying to talk to me?
I'll meet you again for another little bit. We'll get there. It's Lurgy's just come from his own stream, so this is what we get for trying to pull people in without giving them enough time to sort themselves out. So it seems like Lurgy's not having a lot of luck. So
okay.
Maybe we'll say thank you, Lurgy, for your entry. Do you have your your simulator spooled up? If not, we'll come back to you in a bit.
No. Okay. No, so I'm going to share my screen, and let's go.
He's thumbing up. He's thumbing up. There we go. If you go to the bottom of the screen, and there's a little share screen button on there.
Yep.
You can pick your window or your screen.
Yeah, I think I've closed Lurgy's video entry. Let's bring that back up.
There we go. Ooh, we've got a 3-screen setup going on there.
Oh, we've lost it.
I think he's having another go sharing just that one window. So we'll have a go. There we go. That's looking very promising. And so we're going to give him a maximum of 5 minutes, but I suspect most people won't need 5 minutes to do their freestyle. But that's a rule that we have when we're flying in person, because we usually on a pretty tight schedule with all the racing that's going on, and you've got all the FPV where you can only have it in one place at one time. So we usually got the a short amount of time before the racers start trying to find us and shoot us. So we try to keep it quick and keep a limit on things.
We had a 60-second limit last year, didn't we? I think I made it to
the qualifiers. We did 60 seconds for the qualifiers because that is really tight, because we're trying to squeeze it in usually before having or it's usually before the races start. So it's while the races are still kind of turning up, but it's a very tight situation, and you're trying to get all these people to go and carry on doing
I do remember I only had about 30 seconds before my quad caught fire last year. Right, let's go to Lurgy's entry then. No.
Waving us off. I think
Drone
this
is
is
disarmed.
5 minutes. Okay, we'll bring Lurgy for a minute, and we'll maybe come back to someone else.
Okay.
There was one entry up there that
which one do you want me to go to?
There was a qualifying entry from Ashley Norman, which is the very, very last one I just sent over, which I thought definitely needed an honourable mention because unfortunately he couldn't make it to this slot. So he's in with the Velocitron later this evening, but couldn't make it this afternoon. So he couldn't make it to the finals. But it's an extremely good, very strong qualifying segment, qualifying video. So I thought it would be a really nice one to share with everyone else, just to see kind of.
Right. You know what? I think I've seen this one on Facebook, so I think I know which one this is. So let's.
You may have done.
Is that maximised on the screen there?
That's looking good. That's looking good. So I believe this is in Velocidrone with a very, well, I say very high. For me, it'd be a very high camera angle, but for these guys, I think this is kind of what they're used to. But with the high camera angle, they get to do these pretty interesting tricks, as you'll see in a second. Where
wow, look at that!
Yeah,
that's some impressive corkscrewing right there.
Doing four in a go, but it's when he goes around these trees in a second. The frame rate here is maybe leaving something to be desired. So maybe we'll just post up a link to this later on, so you can see what we're talking about. But
wow, that was very impressive.
The high angles around here means they can do these tricks where they're orbiting and almost looking backwards, so over themselves at the trees, and it's quite an impressive look.
Yeah, it looked like he was running 3D there. He looked like he had reversing props. That was very impressive.
Well, if you like 3D, you wait and see what someone's got in store later on. So it looks like Lurgy's had a bit of a better luck. So maybe if he wants to reset, then we'll add him to the stream and get him going. So we'll just wait a second. There we go. Okay, we've
getting
got
a thumbs up from Lurgy.
So let's see how the first of the freestyle finals goes here. Right, we've done the flip through the trees. See, usually there's a lot of music going on, but unfortunately, the YouTube does not like us playing music. So it's actually
no, we don't want to get any copyright strikes.
They're not too bad about it on videos, but on live streams, no, it's not looked well upon at all. Usually we have the PPL and PRS licenses when we're doing our live events that we can actually play the music out while people are doing their routines. But had a crash out there, unfortunately.
Well, if you're not crashing, you're not flying, so we can forgive that.
If you're interested in the rules for the freestyle, we do actually have quite an extensive rule book that has built up over the years. So I think there is something in there about crashing out. Force is 0 on some points, so we'll have to look at that in a bit. But in the meantime, do pay attention and be ready to, at the end of all the 3 finals that we'll be showing, get ready to post in the chat on miniairshow.co.uk what your favorite one was. So
Carlos is saying he can't see anything on the stream. Oh no, he's got it.
Cool. Yeah. So yeah, be ready to pick your favorite pilot later on. Carlos is saying we should be making prop noises.
Wee wee. No, let's not do that. Let's not do that.
Right. So I think we're gonna start calling an end to Lurgy's slot, and we'll get ready to show Carlos.
And he's gonna land underwater and ruin his quad.
Something that's again the benefit of the simulator.
Right. What's the next one am I pulling up, Andrew?
So if you pull out Carlos's qualifier while we add Carlos to the stream, so there should be. You might have to double check because I might have got names wrong on a couple of these. So I will actually resend it just so you got it there. I think that should be. But yeah, if you want to double check as well.
Yeah, I'm just getting to the bit where he's not giving us some intro.
There we go. So I'm going to add Carlos onto the stream. So there we go. Hopefully we can hear you and you can hear us.
Hello.
Yay! There we
Hello,
go.
very nice to meet you.
Carlos, aka Ali G, aka
Yes.
the man in disguise.
All of them. So you're cutting my North Korean intro. This is illegitimate. I will have words with the responsible for this atrocity.
Well, were we getting the music on the previous run from Spider?
No music, no sound, no anything.
Okay,
it's very silent. I can hear Frank breathing into the mic, which might, some of the viewers might enjoy heavy breathing. Can be ASMR.
Yeah, we're trying to get that AMS out. AMS is
brilliant.
That money.
Good, yeah.
So
the deep sighs of frustration and.
I like to see, I saw Lurgy before also had a cup of water. You guys are very professional. I have some chocolate that I've been eating before. Huh?
Arrow.
We never have water on our shows. It's just
I've got a big mug of coffee, but I'm trying not to drink it and be professional. I can wait.
Good. It's
still hot.
It looks more professional to drink stuff, I think. You look prepared. I don't know, because I never remember to bring anything with me. Most of the time, just setting up the stream is already good enough.
So Carlos,
everything shows in the sound. Yeah,
you're no stranger to the online world. What have you been flying over the past few weeks? Have you been whooping around, or have you been on the sim practicing?
No, I haven't. Well, yeah, some sim. I was racing you bastard, in Tiny Whoop Go. My radio is fixed, by the way, so good luck.
Oh, I'm not racing in Tiny Whoop Go today. I've got to be on call, but I might I might be jumping in to help Paul to fill dead air and talk some rubbish.
Yeah. So I've been flying some wings. Very scarcely, once or twice. And at work, I'm lucky enough to have a huge office that we were actually flying indoors 5-inch and 2.5.
Oh, really?
Yeah, very, very scary. You wouldn't want to be.
Don't break anyone's monitor.
Don't break anything. Anyway, it's very, very dodgy.
And what is your freestyle setup? What do you normally fly?
I haven't done freestyle for a while, but I know for freestyle, the one thing I recommend is Kiss. I can't get any better flight or any smoother flight than Kiss. The problem is that Kiss is only for freestyle for me because I can't race with Kiss whatsoever. It's just too smooth. It doesn't give you the edge. But for freestyle, I don't know. I just feel ultra in control of the quad, if that makes sense. Because it's so smooth, you don't have any of those jerky movements that you normally have with Betafly, or there's no like increased expo, or I don't know. It just feels so smooth for me, and I can hit whatever gaps in the trees I can find. I can normally hit them.
And you're going to do the racing later. You're doing the tiny whooping with Paul Jaggers at 4:30 to 6.
Yeah.
Are you going to do the Velocidrone racing, team racing as well?
Well, I would like to, but I didn't get it in time, I guess, because I'm not in any team. But if there's anyone there that needs a ringer,
it is quite highly subscribed, the Velocidrone stuff. It seems quite competitive, that.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
But you'll be in the running for winning another little Beta FPV 75 then on the tiny whooping. Should we go to your entry if I can find it?
Yeah.
And let's see what you've got. Hang on, bear with me. I need to.
I can't remember what simulator you were using for your.
So Velocidrone.
Velocidrone. Have you tried the others or?
Yeah, tried everything. I think can I speak about this stuff, or I don't know, like
yeah, why not?
Promo? Yeah, okay. Well, I think Velocidrone is. Oh, there you go, the North Korean entrance there. Did you understand what I said?
The North Korean. Well, I wasn't listening to it.
Oh, good.
I was loading it up on the stream. Oh, got a lot of Matty flipping.
Yeah.
What camera angle are you running on this?
I don't know. Whatever the fault is. 45, I would think. I don't know. Probably 45.
Now, there's some controversy on that trick. Is it a cyclone, or is it a Matty spin, or
a what? It's just inverted yaw spin. Inverted, like, I don't know, somewhere around the thing. So that inverted, inverted yaw spin. Inverted. No, it has a specific name. It's not inverted yaw spin. I don't know. Some trippy spin. There we go.
Trippy spin. That's the Matty Stunt's name.
Is it?
Yeah. Drew was trying to call it something else. The drib.
The drib spin. Trying to recoin the name.
I think so. Yeah, he was getting quite upset about it. I remember on one particular video.
Yeah.
Sergio
yeah, and it only took me like 472 times to do that, so pretty good, I think.
That was nice. It was nice. Like, how many times? So you went through that a bunch of times to try and nail your qualification entry.
Yeah. So at first I was doing like a longer run, and then I noticed that actually you're supposed to submit only 60 seconds. And I was like, oh, 60 seconds, that's easy. So that one was like probably in like 3 or 4 runs I managed to do that. And but before I was doing like for 2 minutes and stuff, and it was like hitting everything constantly. I was like, what the? Yeah.
And then you put 20 seconds of North Korea intro on the front of it.
Yeah, just lighten the mood. I guess.
Great. Okay. So can we go over to your entry then?
Yeah. So
Live
I have 2 things set up. I don't know which one you prefer. I can just change my camera like that.
Ooh, very nice.
Oh, yeah, that's very slick.
Or I can just change, or I can just put the share screen. I don't know which one is better. But I don't think any of those will be able to share the sound.
Well, you just have to get extra points for making the sound yourself.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I was thinking. I can just make the sound myself. Also, there's 3 of us, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm liking my chances. Like if I'm really, if I don't nail this, I'll be like 3rd. Unless I do really, really bad, and then I get 4th place.
Very good high chance of.
Considering there's only 3 people, I might get 4th place. All right. So is the sorry, I need to click on the sim.
And you will be freestyle champion for another year in total as well. So this is
unless I
very-
do like this. Oh no! All right, that doesn't count. That doesn't count.
Well,
So
everyone,
if everyone does a completely clean go, then they win.
Okay, I completely win. All right, let's see what I can do. Okay, I have 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 75 minutes of freestyle without any sound. I'm gonna be trying to make my own music just so it's not quiet. I was thinking maybe, I don't know, what's it called? Milkshake by Kellis. Like, my milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, and they're like, it's better than yours. Damn right, it's better than yours. I can teach you, but I have to charge. Da 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 da. Turn it up. Da da da.
Does this
da,
count as fair use?
The boys are singing. Okay, now I got a bit. What's the rest of the music?
I think it's got the Knight Rider theme tune on it.
Oh, that was dangerous. Okay. Let me focus. Okay, I almost screwed up there. Da 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 da. Turn it up.
That was the rare pinball maneuver, I think, there between the crates.
So this is the trippy spin, the Drew spin, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, the Cyclone Eagles. The Cyclone.
The Cyclone Eagles. I just like doing stuff like upside down and stuff. It's so easy. Like, you would never dare to do this in real life, I don't think.
You're ruining the image, Carlos. This is supposed to be exactly like you do in real life.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what I do. Like, all of this stuff is exactly what I always do in real life.
And so everyone heard that, and we'll be expecting it from you next year for Mini HO7.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, as soon as we get the go-ahead from the shipyards to hold Mini HO7 there, then I'm sure we'll have you back and doing this exact routine.
The exact routine. It has to be this shipyard though, because that's what I've been training like 350 something times.
Yep, exactly.
See if I can do.
I think they just said because of lockdown we can't do it this year. If not, I would have been fine.
Yeah. And you probably don't hear any sound from the props as well. So do I have to do the props and the music too?
Yeah, try beatboxing. Music and the props. That's only the props. You need to be doing the music as well. Turn
it up. All right. Well, that's been.
So now the tricky bit is the clean landing.
The what? The clean landing? Never.
Yeah.
So this thing, I've never actually tried to do this in real life, if you can. But in the sim, it's quite easy.
Like an Infinity Matty flip.
Yeah, well, whatever you want to call it. Or even this, like this thing, I've never tried to do it, the trippy spin, whatever you call it. I never tried to do it in real life.
No, I like having my quads in one piece.
All right, let's land somewhere dangerous. Like on top of this pole.
He's calling it out now. That's, giving himself a challenge.
I did hit it. You just can't see it because obviously you're not third person.
This is so against the drone code.
How about that?
Very nice.
All right, I'm going to land now.
Cool.
Because it's been like what?
We will get Spider on and have his entry, and then we'll be.
I'm gonna screw up now and no.
Do you call out their favorite pilot?
Look at that in one piece.
Very nice.
Thank you, everyone. Everyone that's watching, the thousands, millions of people watching right now. Thank you.
Well,
I would like to thank my mother.
This is the most subscribed RC event this year so far, I believe.
It's true. Yes, I think so. It is probably because there hasn't been any yet.
Let's let's not poke holes in that. That's fine. We'll just leave it at that.
Yeah. Well,
now is Spiders the download?
Is it what?
Yes.
Andrew. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you for joining us, Carlos, and good
You're
luck
welcome.
in the public.
Well, you
vote
booted me off
later
now.
on. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going to boot you off. and
I'm
bring on
making you
Spider.
guys like the
Yeah.
rest
Yeah.
have been.
Yeah. I mean, you're getting extra points for banter. That's sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a popularity contest, so you've
Exactly.
probably
I think
got a fair
all
chance.
freestyle is like who cares about the flippity floppies?
Yeah. He makes a valid point.
Yep.
All right.
Thank you for
Good
joining us.
luck. Good luck,
I'll
Spider.
add in Spider.
Right. I'll get the entry ready.
There we go. Hello, Spider. How are you doing? Oh, we can't hear you, or I can't hear you.
If you move your mic closer to your mouth, that might help.
No,
No, it didn't.
nothing there. So if you want to just go to the.
Can you hear me now?
There we go. Turn it on. That works.
Good.
Excellent.
Thank
Right.
you for joining us this afternoon. I believe you've got a slightly different take on this, haven't you? Because you've got a special trick up your sleeve for this.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking forward to
A special trick. I'm unaware of the special trick.
Yeah, there you go. Fraser is uninitiated to the special trick.
I'm just green. I'm doing this as we speak. Should we see what the entry's like? See what the qualifications are like? Let's go straight in there. Hold on. Let me share that in. Let me know when that's.
That is showing up nicely.
Oh, that's not the props going the right way.
What's that?
My quad doesn't do that.
It could.
So yeah, for everyone watching along at home, because we've got a little bit of a issue with the frame rate again. So Spider's flying 3D. So with the props being able to go, well, in real life, the props would go backwards, and it would mean that you can hover or fly upside down. But in this case, in the simulator, it still means that you can maintain altitude while upside down for a long period of time. And he was using it to fly through underneath some trees at low level, upside down or inverted, as technical people would say. So it's quite an impressive thing to be seeing, because we don't get to see that a lot in the UK, at least. It's pretty rare.
I have to say that was very well done as well. Quite often it can be a little bit jarring when people do 3D, because it kind of sort of, you've got one style and then you move quickly into another style without it sort of streaming together. But that sort of was flowing very nicely.
Thank you.
So what have you been doing for flying during the past 2 months of staying at home doing nothing?
I've flown 2 packs on a 2.5 inch and the sim when I sent in my video.
So 3 flights. That's probably 3 more than the majority of people watching, I would assume.
I had about 6 goes on the sim, and then I done the video.
No, it was very good. So what do you normally fly when you do? Do you do 3D when you're out, when we're allowed out?
Yeah, I've only flown 3D for 4 days.
Oh, really?
On the real thing.
Oh, so you prefer doing that now, or have you got sort of 2 quads set up? So you got one on 3D and one normal one.
Yeah, I've got a couple. I've got 2 that are 3D, and the rest are just normal. Oh, actually, my 2.5, I've had that 3D as well.
Oh, you tried the little micro 3D? I've always wanted to try that. What are the props like? Do they?
They ain't too bad, but it's got to be the right props. I've got it here somewhere. But it's got the Avon props, is it? It won't fly 3D with these on.
Okay.
I was using the Gem fan at the time, I think, but they kept breaking.
Is that a CB? Rotoria CB, is it?
Yeah.
I recognise that frame. Right. So where do you normally fly? That sounds like a West Country accent you've got there. Is that?
I'm in Wales. I am.
Oh, you're in Wales.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't tell. See.
Fraser will cut up now. Do you want to fire up your simulator, and we'll get that added into the stream, and we'll have your finals entry just in time for people to have the public vote. So we can announce a winner, and then we will be going over to Jack and either Andy or Sheldon. I'm not entirely sure who's ended up with him, talking about the philosophy of troubleshooting. So I think they've got some kind of funny stories lined up for that. So we'll see how that goes. And we've got the oddball that Curry is doing. So people have been sending in a bunch of entries of their various wacky builds, and he's got a little compilation together, and we'll be going through some of them and picking out his favorites. What have we got after the oddball? Let me see if I can remember.
Can you see me? Is it on?
Can't see anything at the moment. I can see Fraser's screen. I can't see your screen at the moment.
I'm not sure which one it should be. I pressed the screen share, but it's not coming up as anything.
So the screen share should bring up another little dialog window that you can then pick which window you want or which display you want to share, and then you should be able to hit the sort of add button to that, and that will bring it onto the stream, hopefully.
No.
So Robin in the chat is asking, where do you get your props from?
I was using standard props. They will do it, but they do draw a lot of amps.
Because there was the tip that Zoe released on April Fools, wasn't there? That she put 2 having normal props, and then the other 2 normal props were flipped upside down, so that you had kind of an equal balance. It was equally wrong, either way up. But I haven't. I don't know if you've had a go at that, or if anyone else has had a go with that tip.
Oh, I think we're getting something.
Excellent.
What about now?
There we go. Yeah.
All good?
All good.
That's it.
Okie dokie.
So when you're ready, fire away.
I can't believe this. It's not recognizing my controller.
Always the way.
It was working fine earlier. I tested it before I come on.
It definitely turned on.
Yep. Let me try and unplug it, turn it off, and turn it back on again.
Or yep, that's always a good thing to try. I'm just pinged Jack to see if he's all ready to go. But we'll see. So we might hang around on here for a little bit until I've got the go ahead from Jack.
I'm not getting nothing from it at all.
Do you want to try closing? Is it liftoff and going back in like straight there without any interruption? It might be that sort of tabbing out confuses it a little bit.
Okay.
So yeah, while we're running through that, as Andrew was saying, we've got Andy RC and Jack coming up. I'm sure you all know Andy RC and Jack from Let's Drone Out. They're going to take us through some troubleshooting tips. So, you know, this kind of thing is exactly the kind of thing that we needed to know at this point, rather than afterwards.
Yeah, we'll see what they say about this one.
Maybe they could use it as a case study.
Yeah.
Yeah, then after that, we've got the oddball competition, which I fully expect to be winning.
Yeah, I sent in Fraser's entry for him, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, it's very impressive. I'll be incredibly disappointed if I don't win. I'll be having words with Curry.
Yeah, it's always at moments like these, isn't it? But yeah, everyone in the chat, be prepared for this, the final of the day for the freestyle competition. So you can take your favorite of the three that we've seen today, and we'll get you to vote in the chat, and we'll see who gets most votes, and we'll do it by popular vote. Usually we've got a panel of judges that we're picking it based on a combination of the style, the accuracy, and the creativity.
Here we go.
So,
We got it.
there we go.
All good?
Excellent. Looking good. Fire away. There we go. So yeah, so our scoring system is usually done by a panel of 3 judges, 2 on the FPV and 1 line of sight. And we'll be having each judge score on each of the 3 criteria, so style, accuracy, and creativity, getting a score out of 10 for each run. And then we top those all up and see who's got the most points at the end of it. So the style is a criteria of the flow of the routine. So keeping a nice even flow and not having too many gaps in it or pausing or anything like that. The accuracy is a case of when you're doing flips and rolls and things. Do you overshoot and have to correct, or is it a nice smooth straight into the horizontal? And then the creativity is things like using the obstacles around you, doing things to music when you can do things to music, which as we've gone over, we can't do on the live stream, or perhaps the audience participation and making the prop noises would be considered under creativity if we had the panel of judges for this. So what we've done this year is, as we have the chat there, we're just saying, everyone in the chat, vote for your favorite one at the end of all of these, and we'll just do it by a popular vote.
To be clear, audience participation doesn't mean crashing into them.
Yeah, I have to say the risk assessments for today's event are a lot easier than normal. There's been far less paperwork involved. You don't have to worry about the CAA needing to be notified of large model aircraft being flown when everything's online, which is a bit of a relief. And much less in the way of worrying about the 30 and 50 meter separations as well. So, really,
I've always been in favour of the Darwinian approach.
Yeah. The trouble is, it's rarely the pilot that's the problem of standing too close. So, well, I say rarely. It sometimes is when we're out in the field, but when we're at the events, it's not the pilots we're worried about so much. It's the general public. But yeah, so generally, this has actually been relatively easier event to organise, which I think is a good thing because we've only really put it together in the past 3 weeks, and usually we spend about a year putting mini airshow events together. So it's a good thing this is a fair bit easier, even if there are some teething issues.
There was a fair bit of planning and talking and chatting about the event that never actually happened in the first place, but
yeah, unfortunately, there was a fair few months of effort have gone into this and got wiped out back in March, but there we go.
There you go.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Spider.
Final by Spider. So remember, everyone in the chat, the 3 finals that you've seen today was first up, it was Lurgy. So Lurgy won in the chat. Second up, it was Carlos. Seek ND in the chat. And Spider has been our final entrant of the finals. So fire away. Stick your votes in the chat of which of the 3 was your favourite. We'll add them up and we'll see who won. So thank you very much
for having
Spider.
me.
Yeah, thank you, Spider.
We'll see how the votes go.
Okie
Good
dokie.
luck. Thanks very much.
Are there extra points awarded for frame rate?
Well, then I think you're in the negative, as am I. So I think we should vote no on that one. Not that there's any favoritism there at all.
No.
I don't like to not compete in something and still end up with negative points. So what have we got? What have we got here? So I mean, Robin's FPV Flights was saying frame rate would be elitism, but I think there's a certain element of that anyway, isn't there? Because I mean, if you've got a place to fly that's right outside your back door, then is that elitism that you've had more practice in? I don't think so. But either way,
I think it is. I live in the middle of the city, so I think that's definitely elitism.
Yeah, we're planning hour-long treks to anywhere that would even have any space to fly, let alone permission.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Let's see if we've had any votes in the chat. Votes away.
I think there was one for Lurgy I saw. I've got the...
I saw one for Lurgy. So far, Lurgy is in the lead.
With a vote.
With a vote, yep. So you better crack on sticking your votes in the chat there. And because we've got to hand over to Jack any minute now. So
Tony likes Carlos, I think.
Tony's voted for Carlos, yeah.
Right, so that's a 2-way tie.
We've got Lurgy voted for Carlos, Hightaff has voted for Carlos.
Dan Reed for Spider.
So far we've got
Carlos votes for Lurgy.
We've got how many votes we got now?
So I think it's
we've put up one of Jack's favourites.
I think that's 4-3 to Lurgy from Carlos. Oh, and Tony's taken one away from Carlos to Spider, who I believe is the spin tree guy.
Nice.
So I think we're starting to get a bit of gapping away from between Lurgy and the rest of the field here. I think Lurgy's looking like he's on for a winner here.
We've got 3 votes for Spider. 1, 2, 3 votes for Lurgy. And we've got
controversial 3D is not freestyle.
2 votes for Carlos. So there's been another vote for Lurgy. There we go. So I think that's broken the tie. So I think actually Lurgy has won.
Well, congratulations to Lurgy for being the best freestyle pilot in Britain for 2020.
Because there's going to be no other events. So there you go.
Let's not keep mentioning that.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Lurgy's run away, so he's not going to be here to claim the prize of a warm, fuzzy feeling deep inside. So I think that kind of concludes the freestyle. I'll just add these other couple of guys back in that are still hanging around, and I will hand over to Jack.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Oh, why
Thanks,
am I here? Hello.
So I just need to dig out
Congrats,
the
Leggy.
button to hand over to Jack, and then we will do that. I'm just Fraser's
I'm just
to
a
it.
placeholder. Is that it?
Well, thank you
Screw
very
you.
much.
Hello.
think you
You have
did
reached
very
the
well.
end of this channel. Please rewind to the beginning so you can see everything that we've been showing. Click now. Click now.
There we go.
Oh,
Sorry about
no. Damn it. Am I still? Maybe the sound is live. Yeah. I'm crazy. Hello.
Hopefully Jack's live now.
Yeah,
Damn it.
Jack's live.
Excellent.
Right. Thanks for having me, guys.
Thank you for coming
Have a
on
good day.
and suffering through it.
Yeah,
It's
yeah
all
thanks
good.
for that.
No problem.
Thanks.
That was good.
See you later.
Bit of fun.
See
Take
ya.
care, guys.
Later.
See ya.